bloody dagger. This is thy sheath. There rest. And let me die.
No dia que você quiser lembrar de mim, dá uma olhada no retratinho que a gente tirou junto. Eu digo isso porque tenho medo que um dia você também me esqueça. Tenho saudade do meu pai. Tenho saudade de tudo. Dora.
I'd say you were 50.
If I went by your eyes, I'd say you were kind. So much for eyes. But as long as you bring up age, how old are you?
Oh, no, no,
Because you brought it up.
In other words,
no, I'm curious.
In other words, you're not that you're ugly. That's what I'm saying.
Easy, pal. I can take the compliment. But my knees start knocking when you turn on the charm. Full blast.
Who told them that? No one should think themselves wiser than me. It is not for any of the Queen's subjects to presume to tell Her Majesty when and where she should come out of mourning. It is the Queen's sorrow that keeps her secluded. It is an overwhelming amount of work and responsibility.
Your Majesty...
Is it not enough that she is uncheered and unguided? That she should also have to suffer these malicious rumors?
The first time I saw Mrs. Brown, saw it 3 times. The first time I saw it, I leaned over to my beloved and said, she's going to win an Academy Award. And in my mind tonight, she has.
Ted grew up in Hinckley. His brother Robbie and his wife May and their 5 children, Robbie Jr., Martha, Ed, Rose, and Peter, also lived on the Plume. Their number is 454-9554. You want their diseases?
Okay, look, I think we got off on the wrong foot here.
That's all you got, lady. 2 wrong feet and fucking ugly shoes.
What have I got, Harry? I'm lonely. I'm old.
You got friends, Ma?
It's not the same. They don't need me.
The nominations for the Best Actress are Miss Anne Baxter in All About Eve, 20th Century Fox. Miss Betty Davis, All About Eve, 20th Century Fox. Miss Judy Holliday in Born Yesterday, Columbia. Eleanor Parker in Caged, Warner Brothers. And Miss Gloria Swanson in Sunset Boulevard, Paramount.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Do you mind?
Jim.
Funny business, a woman's career. The things you drop on your way up the ladder so you can move faster. You forget you'll need them again when you get back to being a woman. It's one career all females have in common, whether we like it or not. being a woman. Sooner or later, we've got to work at it.
I'm gonna marry him. Do you hear me? Last night never happened, and I'm gonna marry him, and you and I are gonna take this to our coffins.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm in love with you.
Snap out of it!
No, it's not going to stop. It's going to go on and on until you face up to your responsibilities.
What responsibilities?
I'm pregnant. I'm going to have our child.
Alex, that's your choice, honey. That has nothing to do with me.
I just want to be a part of your life.
Oh, this is the way you do it, huh? Showing up at my apartment?
Well, what am I supposed to do? You won't answer my calls. You changed your number. I mean, I'm not going to be ignored, Dan.
When something like this happens to you, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I didn't keep hoping it would happen. All the speeches that you've made up in your bedroom or in the bathtub go out of your mind completely. And you find that out of all the words in the world, just two stick in your mind. Thank you.
This reminds me, actually, of the Academy Award that I lost. Do you remember? It was terrible, really. I had just had the baby. I just had my son, Joe, and I was just recovering from having my darling son. And three great big men came into my room at the hospital in the maternity ward with 3 television sets. And I said, I already had one of my own in there. And I said, well, what's this for? And I said, well, you're going to get the Academy Award. We have got to have some extra sets in here so you can thank Bob Hope when you win it, you know. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, oh, yeah, you and Grace Kelly are neck and neck. And that was a terrible thought, you know. At any rate, I said, well, you can't just bring a whole crew and lights and all that and cameras into the maternity ward of a hospital. There are other ladies here having babies, too. And, oh, no, don't worry about it. And they pulled up the Venetian blind, and there was a big 3-story tower that they'd constructed for a few days. And there was a crew, a lot of people running around on that little munchkin-type people, hanging lights and so. And so I thought, well, they brought all those cameras, all those television sets in my room, and they built that tower. I've got to win it. I'm sure I'm going to win it, because they wouldn't go to all that trouble, you know. So I sent my secretary out to get this bed jacket, or any bed jacket, and I put a lot of makeup on and just posed against a pillow, you know, and all the sets were on in these men, and they had a little trouble with the sound, so they brought a wire, a big electric wire, cable, so I put it under my bottom, up through here and down my nightie, and then covered me up to here with feathers, you know. And a friend of mine came in. Oh, I had a nurse with me who didn't know show biz. And she was to operate the Venetian blind. That was the most important thing she ever did or ever will do. And she was frozen with terror because they said, if you pull that blind, one moment before he says, and who wins it, and he opens the envelope, Judy, up goes the blind, I say, hi, with apologies to medic, here I just had the baby, and it was kind of hard. But I thought, well, here, and then John Royal, a friend of mine who was about, well, you know, he's not a young man, dear, sweet man, came in, and they just put him on the floor. They just said, you'll pick up, and so lie on the floor, and they put his hat and smashed him down. And we all were prepared by this time, you know, I was ready to say, hi, Bob. No matter what they said, I'd say, hi. And so I was leaning against the pillow and sort of thing, and they said, they opened the envelope, you know, that airmail envelope, whatever they get. Opened it up, and he said, Grace Kelly, and I went, what? Well, they tore down the tower, the people jumped over, they ripped out this thing under here, and the three televisions said, nobody said goodnight even. They were so mad. They were so mad at me.
Can you stand him up on his feet again? Because that's where all my prayers have gone. To see that one holy hour when he can stand alone again.
Listen.
And I might forgive even you, Mr. Dodd, if you can keep him up long enough for me to get out from under. All I want is my own name and a modest job to buy sugar for my coffee.
Will you
can't believe that, can you? You can't believe that a woman is crazy out of her mind to live alone.